I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. We do it all for Naziah Harris. Kenya, Roxy's mother, talks with Mocha Unfiltered and other content creators. Let me bring my Facebook family and friends over to this demonstration and we will get started. Salute to my replay gang. Salute to my moderators. Salute to the chat. Salute to all content creators that's covering the Naziah Harris case. I want to give all content creators their flowers because it's hard being a content creator, and especially when we're dealing with these kind of cases. These kind of cases will drain you. So a shout out to all of the content creators and subscribers that's covering this Naziah Harris case. Now, also, just want to let the family of Naziah Harris know that we're here for you. This is what we're all in this fight for. Now, I've been covering these kind of cases for a minute now. And unfortunately, when covering these kind of cases, it's going to be a lot of bumping heads. It's going to be a lot of misunderstandings. It's just going to be some drama as well as messy things going on when you're covering these kind of cases. One thing that I want to let everybody know that when it comes to the family, and I've dealt with family members all the time, we always have to take in consideration that it is the family that actually lost the child, the loved one. Now, in this case with Naziah Harris, I will say that some of their family members is behind this. I will say that in the Naziah Harris case, some of her family members failed her. So I dropped the link for Roxy's mother, Kenya, Mocha Unfiltered, Miss Parker, and also Spiritual Detective. Because I'm aware that, there's some back and forwards going on. Let us use this demonstration. Let us use this demonstration to find out some things in this case that we didn't know. Let us do our best to find a way to build with each other. So, Luke, Kenya, how you feeling? Can you hear me, Kenya?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How you feeling?
I'm extremely upset right now.
Okay. Talk to me why you're extremely upset.
You know what? I don't know what the deal is, especially with this mocha chick. The things that she is saying is wow. It's wow. And to me it's really sad. It's pathetic. It really is. Um I don't get it. I don't. Wherever
What
she's
went wrong? What went wrong when you was on her panel? What went wrong in
but
your opinion? What
I,
went wrong?
everything it wasn't that it went wrong, it was already wrong before I went on her panel.
Okay. Talk to me about what was wrong before you even went on her panel. What was wrong?
The things that she's been saying, slander, misleading information, lying. I don't know where this lady is getting information from, or she's just making it up as she goes along. Some people, fine, she's a content creator, but at least be honest with the information that you're giving out. Don't sit up there and spread lies about somebody that you don't even know. that you haven't even talked to. I mean, this lady is deranged in my eyesight. And it's so sad that she got other women joining in on the negativity and the bullshit. I don't get it.
Mocha, you can hit that StreamYard link. Mocha, you can hit that StreamYard link. And then that way you and Kenya can peacefully address each other. Let's keep it real classy. Let's keep it ladylike. So have you ever mentioned anything negative about Mocha?
I didn't know about Mocha until Parker started telling me about getting on Mocha's page. Nothing about her. And she sounds like Ebony from TikTok, to be honest. That's who she sounds like. But I can't confirm if it's her or not. But she sounds just like the lady. And me and Ebony had problems on TikTok. And she sounds just like her. I don't know who Mocha is. I didn't know who she was until Parker told me who she was. Just like I didn't even know you and Parker was connected until Parker said y'all was connected. I don't be on this shit like this. I got too many other things to do. But this Mocha chick, she's got it in. I mean, this lady said I done slept with her brother, went over his house. My cousin Eric is the father of my children. I joined in on the abuse with the children. Me and Annette didn't been hooked up, or she didn't rape me or rape my daughter. I mean, this lady is saying all kind of delusional shit. She needs to stop. I'm not with it. And then you want to talk about my character? You don't know me. You don't know nothing about me. To degrade me like that as a woman? She got shit fucked up. My name coming out this woman's mouth every day. I guess she been doing this for the last 3 months or whatever. Why you calling on my name so much? Why you worried about Kenya so much? Why you hiding behind a microphone? Why? If she really did her research, then she would know who I am. She wouldn't be saying the things that she's saying. We should get her information from. Because I need to talk to them. She needs to stop. Because she's slandering me. She's dysfunctional. Calling me a drunk. I don't have this. I don't have that. What the fuck do you know I got? I make 6 figures. I'm not struggling for nothing. I got mine on my own. And then to sit up there and talk about my sexual life? What kind of woman are you? To even be conversating with people about that. You don't know me. You don't know what I do every day. You got the audacity to say those kind of things, but you're supposed to be a woman? What kind of woman does that? What kind of woman talks like she talks? Talking about getting looks, clout. The fuck? This ain't about Nazaya. You done made it about me and mine. We ain't did nothing wrong. But you saying we done joined in on certain stuff. This woman is delusional. I'm pissed. And that letter, go ahead and laugh about it. Because when I serve them real papers, I'm going to laugh about it. Because I'm sick of it.
Talk to me about the cease and desist. I see you got Spiritual Detective, Miss Parker, and Mocha Unfiltered. Talk to me more about that letter. What convinced you to file the complaint?
It hasn't been filed yet
Okay.
because certain information has to go on there. So just know that it's going to be in process. And as soon as I find out how certain information don't have to be on there, as far as my residential address and my full name, then it's going to go into full effect. But the slander that's going on and my name and my daughter's name being added into things that's not true, it's going to stop. Like, y'all playing with my life. Y'all playing with my daughter's life. We work. This is our life y'all talking about and putting our picture up and putting negative information out there, misleading information out there, lying.
Because some people will content creators that uses your name. Some people, I've heard some people say, why wasn't Shank's name included in the cease and desist letter? Why just those three?
When the real letter comes out, why? See, they trying to make this a man woman thing, right? So I don't know if you said anything negative or like the women have said. I don't know. I haven't watched all of your videos yet. But for right now, they are the main ones for right now that I know of. That's why your name isn't on there, because I don't know yet. But them, I know.
Let me say this. I've never said nothing negative about you, Roxy, Kiwana, or Janelle. I've always given, and I'll still give Kiwana, Janelle, and Roxy, I've always given them their flowers. I've always said that for me, I appreciate what they did do. Now, this is my first encounters with you. And for me, I will give you credit. I will give you your flowers for at least speaking out. I'll definitely give you your flowers for speaking out. So that's why with what's going on with you and the other content creators, as I stated to you, I got to find a way to put an end to it. I really got to find a way to put an end to it. So if Ms. Parker, Mocha, please hit the panel. But I see that you are really, really having this issue with Mocha today. Now, I let her know in the chat to come on up. And then that way y'all could just really, really talk about it. Because here's the thing. And this is just my opinion. There's always two sides to every story. Some people say that there are three sides, but we know that there are always two sides. And in this story, in this case, it's Mocha's side and it's your side. So let us get this stuff on out. It might be some misunderstanding going on. It might be some misinformation. Or it just might be just that, look, y'all two need to stay away from each other.
And she can leave me, my daughter, out her conversation. She can be a content creator, whatever she want to do. But the shit that's coming out her mouth ain't right. This is me. This is my life you talking about. Talking about I'm messing with kids and man, cut it out. Stop it. If you want to be a content creator, then you set out information on the ones that was in the household with her, that didn't protect her. You can get up off of me and my daughter. We've done nothing wrong. All this bullshit coming out of her mouth, she gonna have to stop that. For real, because that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. If that's how she make her money, cool. But be truthful with that shit. She on some bullshit. She on some bullshit. For real.
Let me grab a comment from her Bellas. One question. What lie does everyone tell on you and your daughter?
We scamming. The money wasn't returned. We had something to do with Nazia's disappearance. We're liars. We sleeping with our cousins, and my daughter was over there licking and sucking too. The fuck? The fuck is that? My cousin is my children's father. What the hell? Stop playing with me. Find somebody else to talk about. With them lies and that slander, that's gonna stop. That's gonna stop.
So the scamming part, and we spoke about it over here. We talked about the scamming part, and you said that Roxy did give the money back.
Yeah, she returned it. They sent her a message about the funds needed to be deposited or the funds needed to be returned. And since her and Vari went at it, and Vari felt like he deserved the money, she wasn't gonna give him that money because it wasn't for him. It was for a memorial for Nazia. So the money, she pushed the button for the money to return, and she showed the receipt of all them individuals that donated getting their money back.
Now, let me ask you this. To this evening, when you went to Mocha's panel, did you go? What was the energy for you? What was you going over there for? Was it to argue?
Hell yeah, I was at a 10. Just hearing her bullshit coming out of her mouth. Yeah, I'm at a 10. That lady don't know me. Don't know shit about me. I got antique furniture all in my house. Damn, y'all was looking that hard. Y'all was looking that hard. I live in a 2,600 square foot house. 3 baths, 5 bedrooms with a 1,600 square foot basement. And you want to keep talking about me? Pay my $2,200 a month mortgage. Since I'm so fucking broke and I ain't got shit. Pay my $2,200 a month mortgage. Because I ain't got shit and I'm a crackhead and I'm a drunk. The fuck?
Is it anything that spiritual detective, Miss Parker, or Mocha Unfiltered, is it anything that they can do or say that can get you to throw away the cease and desist?
Retract their statements. This is my life, my daughter's life that you're putting misleading, false information about. This ain't no joke. Employers, watch. People that you work with, watch. Y'all playing with my life and my daughter's life. I ain't supposed to be pissed off. Y'all aiming at the wrong people. Period. The fuck? This is fucking slander. You want to talk about something? Talk about them. Talk about his family. Dig them up. The fuck is the focus on me so much for? I'm sick of it. For real.
Marty, I'm gonna let you say something, Marty, but because this is mainly for Mocha, spiritual
Okay.
detective, and Miss
Okay.
Parker. But you can
Okay.
say something. You go ahead and
Well,
say something.
okay, Shank, I appreciate you.
Mhm.
I'm just thinking because I didn't see Mocha pull up. So I just wanted to take this opportunity. I've been reading the chats. Everything has gotten off of the focus about where is Naziah. I don't give a damn how she hollers about 2,600 square feet house. Mine is more than that, but it's nobody's business. But what I'm saying is everybody is taking the attention off of where this baby is. Because I don't give a damn about who slept with who. I don't care whose baby daddies or who's and to me, they're talking about tearing down women because Kenya, I heard you the other day, but why all of this venom? Everybody. And that's just it. So, I'm ashamed as a black woman to hear other black women attack the way that y'all done. I have never heard so many whores and bitches in my life. In my life. So my thing is, let's get to, we don't know where this baby is. Somebody knows where this baby is. Why don't somebody say where this baby is, and let's get down to business. Thank you, Shank.
You welcome. Appreciate you, Marty.
If the
And
lady was
that's
if the lady was following, she would know that she is deceased and that we're trying to recover her. That's where she's at, deceased. And we're trying to recover her.
Do you know where Naziah Harris is at?
If I knew where she was at, don't you think she would have had a memorial? How would I know where she's at? She's deceased. That's what I do know. She's not alive. That's what I do know. How would I know where she's at? Dumbass question.
So the link is dropped. Like I said, the link is dropped for Mocha, Miss Parker, or spiritual detective. Let's do it classy. Let's do it like ladies. Let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it because we are all off. It's like this is you know. So for me, it's worth a try for me. I can't speak for everybody else. I can only speak for me. So it's worth a try for me to try to bring things back and get things back on course. Hey, if it don't, then it don't. But at least I'm going to try. And this is what I see. This is what I see. And I've been seeing this all my life. It's always those that are on the sideline. It's always those that are in the different camps that keep a lot of stuff going on. But we gotta remember and we gotta stay focused on justice for Naziah Harris. Okay, well, okay, once again, it's only for Miss Parker. It's the link. I'm gonna let you up, Callie, but just be brief for me. It's only for Miss Parker, spiritual detective, and Mocha Unfiltered. That's all I want on the panel. All right, talk to me, Callie.
Okay, brother, that's fine. But who the fuck do this bitch keep talking to? Like, what's tea? Like, bitch, who you trying to handle somebody and all that extra ass shit? Bitch, this
I,
ain't that bitch. You
I
gonna
can't.
respect me? You're gonna respect my brother and my sister, ho. You don't give a fuck about shit you talking about, bitch. Why is you here, ho? Love you, brother. Bye, bitch.
All right. We got to keep it classy, y'all. We got to keep it classy. And I know everybody mad. I see the shots in the chat. I see y'all taking shots at me in the chat. I ain't gonna entertain it, y'all. I ain't gonna entertain it. But because I know we can make things better, and this is why a lot of people don't get involved and try to make a difference, because when they step up and they do try to make a difference, they catch all kind of heat. You know what I mean? And most people just don't want to be bothered with it. You know what I mean? And then you got the trolls, you know. But if y'all been around me long enough, y'all know that I'm definitely not going to entertain nobody that's trolling me. So I just want things to get on track. You know what I mean? So I'll drop the link. I mean, it don't look like they're going to pull up. So if there's anybody that can reach out to Spiritual Detective and let her know that Shank is saying that if you would like to join the panel and speak with Kenya, because see, at least y'all know that if they hit my panel, at least y'all know that it won't be no shouting match. Y'all know it will be able to, hear both sides. And that's all we need to do. We got to hear both sides. You know what I mean? So.
You know what's crazy to me is with the last 3 days I've been uh watching Mocha, and the things that she says is wild. And people literally agree with her in the comments. And then they add their opinions. And it's really sickening how individuals are mentally unstable just by reading comments and listening to her say the things that she was saying. It's like, you got to be kidding me. For her to say that she's this kind of a woman and then turn around and degrade me and talk about my sexual life and then sit up there and say I was at her brother's house and he offered me a drink and I sat on his couch and spreaded my legs. That's coming from a black woman. And she sat up there and literally told that lie to these people. And they believe her. And I'm drunk. This lady has never met me a day in my life to call me a drunk. I go over there and I entertain Annette and do sexual things with children. How does this lady know all these things that I do? I grew up over there. I always be in that house. How the fuck would she know where I be at? She don't live in Detroit. Probably never been to Michigan in her life.
Let me grab Gigi comment. Gigi says, since when did black women start sticking together? Nazaria was taken advantage of by black women and men. How can we fix it? That's Gigi and anybody else. How can we fix it? Or do we just put our heads down and just, I mean, how do we fix this? Can somebody tell me, how do we fix this? Black women sticking together. Don't put black men. I don't want to hear nothing about black men. I'm going by Gigi's comment. Since when did black women start sticking together? I don't want to hear nothing about black men. How or can black women stick together?
How can they? How can they? How can they? When you got women like Mocha out here, and then you got people that just like Mocha out here, that's with the negativity and not the positivity.
And see, here's the thing, and let me say, y'all, here's the thing. If I open up my platform, as a neutral ground, all right? Appreciate that super sticker, Saucy K. Appreciate the super sticker, Saucy K. If it's an issue that's going on, and if I open up my platform to be a mediator, to have both sides come together and iron out their differences, what am I? What am I? But if you got those that are involved, if they won't come on a neutral platform where they know it's going to be fair, I mean, come on. This is a neutral platform where everybody that got a problem, everybody can bring their grievances, everybody can speak their mind and be heard.
But you know what I have learned? I've learned that since this story has went viral, that it has triggered a lot of women that has been harmed. And guess who they lash out at? Me and my daughter. They lash out at us. But I get it. Like I said before, I get it. You're hurt. You're mad because nobody was there to help you. Nobody spoke up for you. But I'm not the person you should be lashing out at. Clearly, sexual abusers does not have a time limit. Look at Bill Cosby and R. Kelly. So get your justice. Tell your story. Tell what happened to you. Don't lash out at me. I'm sorry I caused this trigger for you, but maybe this is the time for you to get it off your shoulders. I'm tired. I'm tired of this. People saying, don't be with the drama with Mocha. This is my life this woman is talking about. This is my name. My picture she's posting. I have to work. This is slander that she's doing. That's why I'm on people's panels. You're not going to sit up there and say negative things about me that are not true. And I not speak up about it. This is my life. So you can't sit there and tell me what not to do and who panel not to go on. Because it's not you they're talking about.
Let me read Isha. Isha say, hi, Mr. Shank. Hey, Isha. If they paid attention to Naziah while she was living, she would be here. And that's true. But what happened to Naziah happened to Naziah. Now, we could dwell on it. We can keep dwelling on it. Or either we can move forward. We could build stronger relationships.
And what part don't they understand? Naziah is my cousin, and Annette is her grandma, which means she lived with her grandmother and not me. They were not a part of my daily life. I have my own children, my own grandchildren to concentrate on. So why would my focus be on Naziah every day? It wouldn't be, because that's my little cousin. Someone that I did not have to nurture or take care of. or focus on. That wasn't, she's not my responsibility. Now, if these people would have kept it about Naziah, then we'd still be talking about her. But Mocha and Parker, spiritual detective, focus is on me. And I want to know why. Why is the focus so much on me? I need an answer. But if they real women, they gonna step up. Let's get the truth out here. Because y'all lying. Why Parker talking about I'm jiggling your nuts in my mouth and I'm dropping your balls? What kind of insecure ass woman says those kind of things? I've said nothing to you that was inappropriate.
Well, Mocha said she's not coming.
I bet she not. I
Miss
bet she
Parker,
not.
Miss Parker says she's not coming. I haven't heard from spiritual detective, so I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to iron this stuff out, so we can move forward because it's just gonna keep being the same stuff, back and forth, back and forth, you know. And I get that. I get that. Mr. Shank, you know why it won't be a conversation with the other ladies. It's because this woman that you have on your panel won't take accountability for anything. Okay, now let me just give y'all the 411 on why I see this is what y'all got to understand. And I'm going to say this respectful. All right. This is what I'm going to say. All right. I got somebody up here. Let's see. Salute, Queen Gemini.
Hello.
Talk to
Oh,
me.
great. Hello, everybody. Hello, Shank. I finally was able to see how to get on here. And the
Yeah.
reason why I did come on here is because as I was looking at my notifications, I seen that Miss Kenya had something to say. And you know what? I'm not going to come over here and be disrespectful on Mr. Shank's platform. But what I would like to say to you, Miss Kenya, is we would not be having all this misinformation and all this stuff going on, and you wouldn't have to be screaming about there's no woman empowerment if you wasn't over here running your mouth, being disrespectful, then trying to take up for your grown daughter Roxy. You're trying to cover for her, meanwhile she's saying other things where your stories are conflicting. You all wanted us to come here, the public, and help you. But as soon as you and Roxy and Mark D, and I don't mean to say other people's name on your platform, but if we're going to tell the truth, we got to speak everybody's name. You sending out cease and desist to people. But if people go back and see all your lives, like you was just talking about the guy from the church, you do a lot of slander and defamation of character, especially when somebody is not on your side. Now, what we're not going to do and what I'm not going to do is play around with you, because I really want to know and we really want to know where Naziah is. And it seems pretty ironic that when you're asked a question about is Eric Gamble Roxy's dad, you have nothing to say. Then when we ask you, where is Naziah, you're either laughing or, I don't want to think about that. Where the freak is Naziah? You wanted us our help, but now you're doing all this stuff and you're going around on all these platforms kicking people's backs in. So do you want help, or are you just really here to cover for Roxy? Because Roxy is a scammer and she did not give money back from that GoFundMe. She did not. And I ain't putting nothing into no nonprofit organization when y'all ain't saying nothing really about Naziah. It's about this person and that person. And I feel like you over here on Mr. Shank's platform so you could be hollering and nestling in his ear like your daughter did Mark D. So did that money that was for Naziah go to Mark D's studio? I mean, like, you really need to let us know some real stuff and stop with all this childish slander and defamation. I'm still talking. I know you see my hat says veteran. So I've done service. So please still give me my respect for women's empowerment, because I didn't cut you off once, and I'm not finished saying what I have to say, because I'm sick of you. You're disgusting. Now you can speak, because I'm not going to play with you, lady. I don't know you. I ain't on here for no clicks or nothing. I care about this little girl, and evidently y'all don't. And then you keep talking about something, we're late, we're a year late. Well, we're a year late, but you're just doing nonprofit. You're just selling these mugs and fans and stuff that's not even for Naziah. It's about Roxy and Kiwana. Like, y'all real mad, like you want to be in the spotlight when two people already have boots on the ground. You were lucky enough that they let y'all be the face of the public, okay? So don't be trying to take it and act like, oh, Kiwana got mental illness. I got mental illness too, and evidently so do you.
I could tell you do.
Yeah, I do.
I'm
about that life too. I'm not no internet thug or nothing. I'm about women empowerment. I'm still talking. And I'm about finding children.
You need to just shut the fuck up at this
Don't
point.
tell me what I need to do, because you don't pay my bills or nothing.
You don't pay mine either. Shut the fuck up.
I'm sick of you. You're disgusting. You're down with the shit to be in jail too. Right along with Annette. How long was you and Roxy living with Annette? You 1 minute, oh, you and Annette is all cool. Then next minute, oh no, I was just taking her to the store. I was just taking her here. I was just taking her there. We're a year late. But you been knew all this stuff. So how late are you? How late are you? What have you done besides be on social media? What have you done? Then you talk about you got a job, where and when, because you're always on here in the bushes. You're always somewhere just saying something. You know, but what we need to know, where's Naziah? You just came over there to Mocha's, which was very disrespectful. Just like that time when you and Miss Parker was on, and you talking about some women's empowerment, and you didn't disrespect her. You called her a female dog out of her name. Like, and I guess you talk so much that you didn't realize what you said. You're very disrespectful. And as far as being educated, you're not. You're not. You're not. Nobody's gonna keep playing with you. Social media ain't all that, okay? We really trying to find this baby. You ain't done nothing but taint the waters and giggling. Like, you ain't serious about Naziah. It's mighty funny how you ain't know none of this and you ain't know none of that, but you want everybody to go over there to 7 Mile. We was first at 7 Mile. We all went down to 7 Mile. I don't know what happened. I was told when we went to 7 Mile. So why you keep talking if you don't know nothing? Because you giving out misinformation. You need a cease and desist. Sick of you, lady. For real. You could never come to Jersey because we don't have bail here. There's many of people that's not like Roxy. When Roxy said she was going to put the pause on Shannon, and then she didn't. Tell you, oh, go to jail. There's some things that people are willing to go to jail for. Came over there being real disrespectful and always screaming something. Women's empowerment. Always throwing rocks and hiding your hands. Playing victim all the time. It's not about you, and it ain't about Roxy. Where the hell is this Naziah at? And her baby? Nobody playing with you, lady. I'm off of here, Mr. Shank. That's all I had to say. I'm serious. Because I'm going to start saying something that I probably ain't got no business saying. I don't want your page to get stricken. And I was finally able to get on here. And that's what I had to say. Don't leave me no more comments on my stuff, lady. I don't even know how to get off of here. I'm sick of you. Like, for real, you're a disgrace. You're disgusting. You ain't trying to find no Naziah. You already know where she at. You just mad because Eric ran off with a nut. Nobody wants your dry rot self. Sick of you, lady. Sick of you. I gotta get off of here. I don't even know how to get off. I gotta get off.
I'm gonna drop you down. Appreciate
you. I'm gonna be in the chat.
I appreciate you.
You see, that's the BS shit that Mocha put out there that she's talking about. That's the bullshit right there. If she's been following the story, she'd know what's happened to Naziah. But some people just can't comprehend. And I understand that. Comprehension is low for a lot of people. It really is. And she just showed that. Her comprehension is low. She doesn't deserve a response because I've already said some things and she should have heard it.
Can you stay off of social media? Can you stay off social media, Kenya?
Why should I have to stay off of social media when people are mentioning my name?
To
Why don't
kind
they
of
keep
let
my name out their mouth?
to kind of let things die down. Can you stay off social media?
No, I have a right to do what I'm doing to protect my name. No, stop talking about me. Stop mentioning my name. And I won't be popping up. Why y'all talking about me so much? Why is it Kenya, 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 Kenya?
Let me say something, Kenya. I gotta slide in, no, Kenya. But why you always say Kiki, 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 Kiki? I
Well,
had to
that's
say that. Go ahead.
listen,
Go ahead.
because I don't want to call the heifer name. That's why.
I had to say that. Go ahead, Kenya. Go ahead.
It's all good, but that's I had to say it. I'm saying people leave me out their mouth, leave me off their panel, and I won't be saying nothing. Stop discussing me. Stop. If
God's
y'all want to
grace.
find out, if y'all want to find out where Naziah is, shit, y'all more than welcome to come do some searches. I'll tell you where the areas where y'all probably should go look.
God's grace.
Hello, salute Shank and chat and everybody on here. What I want to say is not to Kenya. Well, it's to everybody. Like it's about Naziah. That's what it's about. And I see like people come on and they attack everybody. Everybody attacking everybody. But why won't nobody just ignore the attacks and just do whatever they feel like they need to do for Naziah? Because I'm from Detroit too, you know, and I don't know none of them. I don't know none of them. But it's just like instead of answering the bickering, like ignore it. Like nobody really know what happened to Naziah, but I believe Shannon and Jarvis. For real, for real. You know, they know where she at. Nobody else knows where she's at. None of that. And like Roxy, she wasn't here. She say it all the time. She didn't know her. Kenya, like she said, she got her own house. Like I got nieces and nephews. I don't go over their house every day. I don't know what's going on in their house. If something happened to one of them, I can't tell you what happened because I wasn't there. I wasn't going over there every day. That's something people got to realize too. Everybody got family members that they don't go to their house. They don't know what's happening. So if something happened in my family and I haven't seen these people in years, why is it my fault that it happened to them? I haven't seen them, you know. And if everybody just pray that this baby is found, more people praying can help. All that fighting and arguing and all of that, none of that is making no sense for nothing. This lady don't know what happened to her. She wasn't there. If they go back and look at all the posts, she really the one that told them about it. She made reports too. So the CPS is the ones that failed Naziah more than anybody because people was making reports. The police failed them. They went to the house, synced the man there. All they did was told him to leave when he was supposed to be arrested right then and there. I don't know if that y'all ever heard it, but his gun charge was from beating, pistol whipping the autistic guy for calling Naziah in his house. He didn't do that because the man had his own daughter in his house. He did it because the man had Naziah in the house. He pistol whipped him. That was his gun charge. Like I don't like I know a lot about this story, but I don't know them personally. But I know a lot about the story. I'm close to somebody who is close to them, but I don't know them. So what? People gonna blame me because I know them? No. Know somebody that know them? No. Like all it's about is finding desire. You know, that's all it's about. Like nobody. uh I mean, just the arguing and stuff. That's what's killing me. That's what's killing me. Like when you can't directly answer a question, you're gonna seem like a liar. They call your daughter a scammer because the question of what is she doing with the money, she can never answer that. You know, all that is the crazy man, her daddy, none of that matters. None of that matters. But she looked like a scammer because she say herself she don't even know Nazaya. So why are you selling stuff with Nazaya on it?
Can
You
I
know,
ask?
that's what the people questions is. You
Can I
know,
answer that? Can I
hmm
can I answer that? So the T-shirts and all that stuff was basically to bring more awareness to what has happened to Nazaya. Rasa used all her money to purchase all of that stuff. These people talking about, oh, she was charging for balloons at the balloon release, and she was charging for cupcakes and something else. My daughter didn't charge nothing when we had that balloon release. Everybody brought balloons.
I know because I didn't pay for a balloon or a water or a
Yeah,
cupcake.
so that's even out there. My daughter didn't charge nobody nothing.
Let me slide in for a minute, Kenya. Appreciate that super chat, Nikki. Nikki Lynn says, I'm confused. I thought Jarvis was the dirty, sick culprit. What this
He is.
lady do wrong?
He
Appreciate the
is.
super chat. Have you seen this podcast? Kenya can't look for Nazaya, but say Jarvis is cute. Let me, okay, come on back in, Kenya, in God's grace.
Um, so it's just so much misinformation out there, and I get what you're saying, fellow Detroiter, but when it's your name out here, and these people are saying all kind of shit that ain't true, you gonna be on this mug too, for real. I cannot let that pass. People just out
But
here
you
just
know
saying
what?
anything on my name,
If it don't apply, let it fly. Talk
but you
about
can't.
Nazaya.
But you
If
can't.
you
I
keep
can't let
talking
it.
about Nazaya, you can't. Who gonna keep on trying to argue with you if you keep on saying, "Well, Nazaya, we need to do this with Nazaya." They gonna keep on. Well, bitch, you need to go. No, with Nazaya, we need. It's about Nazaya. It's not about none of y'all. Mark, Roxy, Kenya. I mean, and that it's all about Nazaya. Like the people in that house knew what the heck was going on with Nazaya. I keep saying her name. I'm not gonna call her this little girl. None of that. It's Nazaya. Like, like it's real emotional because I done helped. I done went and helped with Brooklyn. I done went and helped with Vari. Like I don't want to help with these babies because they need help too. They lost Nazaya too. They was
I
around her every day. So it's about Nazaya, Janaya, the rest of the kids. It's about all of them and all the rest of these kids that's coming up missing all over the world. It's
mm-hmm,
sick people out here. It's
mm-hmm.
kids out here doing this to kids. So if everybody want to say like I'm not defending you or your daughter or nobody, but if y'all can be blamed for what happened to Nazaya, then everybody out here with family members that something happened to, they should be blamed for it. But you can't do that. So it's about Nazaya. I stayed up many a night crying because I have a 13-year-old. And that is real touching to my heart about Nazaya. Like I'm shaking now just talking about it because it's crazy. It's crazy.
Let my new caller slide in. Slide in, me.
Mm. So, hey, Mr. Shank, can I talk?
Yeah, come on in.
All right, Kenya, I'm so sorry that your child is loud, but Your cousin is lost. But if you're so worried about everyone, why are you so nonchalant about your Naziah being gone?
This is a baby. He's under 18 years old. His
Well, yeah,
parent,
my
you're under 18, sweetie. You
But
shouldn't
his
even be on
grandmother
this
is right
app.
here, darling.
Yeah, but he
His
shouldn't be on
grandma
the
is
app.
right here, and this has
But
bothered him so to where it's
okay,
so concerned.
I,
And
I,
he,
I
he
I'm gonna answer his question.
please.
Yeah. So you said,
Mhm.
why am I not concerned about why I'm so nonchalant about Naziah?
mm-hmm.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
What makes you feel like I'm nonchalant about her, sweetie?
Because you're calling when if one of my cousins were missing, I would be screaming.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what we've been doing for her since she's been missing, honey.
But you're not screaming on the phone.
Huh?
But you're not screaming on the phone.
But I'm not screaming on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right now, this isn't about Naziah right now, hon. This is about me and terrible things that's being said about me. That's why I said you shouldn't be on this
Okay,
app.
no, we don't. Now that you won't talk to him in reference to about
You
you, it's
you
not
see that
about you.
you see
This
this
is
shame.
about Naziah.
You see this
This
shame.
is about
You see this shame.
Naziah.
You need to
It
drop her.
is. But this young man is 13 years old.
You need to drop her.
You don't shake his. That's my family. Mm-mm. But I will drop down. But I
And
just want you to know, it's
Stay,
you got children walking around concerned about Naziah. They speak Naziah's name more than you have said it in all this time that you have been on
ma'am,
on
ma'am,
everybody's panel. Now,
ma'am, you have
I'm not your ma'am, but
ma'am, you
Shank, I love you, Shank.
saying it out of
I
I
love
respect.
you
love you,
too.
Shank.
You can stay up. You stay up because I wanted to hear from the young brother. I wanted to hear from the young brother. And if
Now
you could
see, I was
hold tight.
trying to say it out of respect to her.
Mhm. So let me talk with Prince Salute. Come in. I wanted to hear from the young brother, and I wanted to hear how it affected him. Come in, talk with Prince.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
First, shout out to you, Shamrock. How you doing?
All right.
Good
Thanks for
evening, Miss
coming up.
Kenya. You welcome. Good evening, Miss Kenya. Good evening,
Hello.
God's grace. Good evening, you beautiful queens. I'm gonna
Good
start this right
evening.
here. Kenya,
Yes.
my sister, my sister. Huh. I don't have nothing. I see. I'm not gonna uplift you and then tear you down at the same time. But what will do is I believe in saying when you're wrong and when you're right. Okay. What I have heard from you for the last 2 days has been nothing but wrong. You learn about what everyone is saying about your daughter. That shouldn't matter about nothing. Because all the world wants to know is where is Naziah? That should
Okay.
be our main focus.
Okay.
Y'all
Pause.
missing the
Pause.
narrative.
Okay. Let me respond to that part right there. Right. If it was about Naziah, why are these ladies having my name and my daughter's name in their mouth every day with negativity if it's about Naziah?
But beloved, you worried about the wrong thing. You can't focus on what everyone else is saying. You need to focus on where is your cousin. Let that be the focus. Don't change the narrative and make it about y'all because it's not. Because
So
it's a baby missing.
so you
That's all the world
saying
cares about.
so you saying it's okay for these ladies to put out false information, misleading information on my name?
Now, what I
You
have
you
seen
saying that's
many
okay?
times, what I've seen many times, and I've seen you on many platforms, people have tried to give you the opportunity to clear the air, but you duck and dodge the questions and the answers. So of course they're gonna keep not, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna keep coming back to that because you duck and dodge it. If you straight up answer their questions, then it would be that. And
Okay,
I mean, if
let me come in on that one. Let me come
okay,
in on
go ahead.
that one. So even if I do answer people questions, if it's not the answer they want, then I'm ducking dodging their question.
I have not heard you answer not one person question, and I done seen you for the last year. On many platforms I have seen you on, Kenya, you and Roxy.
Okay, so
Watch her get on Facebook all the time, on Twitter, TikTok, all that. She won't answer
uh,
nobody questions.
okay, so tell me a question that struck you that I didn't answer.
That you didn't answer?
Yes, tell me a question that struck you the most that I didn't answer.
Where is Nazaria Harris?
Why would you think that I would know where Naziah is?
You're not gonna make everyone believe that you didn't know. You honestly didn't have no, absolutely no idea about what was going on in Annette's house. But you yet say in that same breath, you say, "Oh yeah, I used to go over there. I just didn't talk to her like that because she was younger than me."
Okay, so I don't live in her house. I don't be at her house every single day. And if I did go to her house, it was 30, 45 minutes and I was out. So how would I know what's going on in that lady house? So you mean to tell me that you would think that something, some kind of sexual abuse would happen right in front of my face with me being there?
Would it? I don't know. Would it?
So let me make this clear. I'm an individual that do not stand for those kind of things. Okay?
Mm.
I'm an individual that speak up about things. I don't care if they like it or not. I don't stand for that. It's intolerable. It's not acceptable to me and it never will be. Okay? So had I knew anything, Naziah would still be here.
Okay, let me
But I
ask you a
didn't.
question, Miss Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
And you're older than me. I was raised to respect my elders. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Um, Last night, well, in the interview with Miss Parker, okay, she asked you about Eric Gamble. You got offensive. If it looked
Let-
like a duck, Miss Kenya, and quacked like a duck, guess what? It is a duck. Okay.
Okay. Let me say this. I am beyond offensive right now. Beyond it. So I'm going to sound aggressive with everything that's going on right now. Eric is my cousin. And like I just said, I don't get down with that kind of stuff. Okay? I don't. He's not the father of none of my children. I've never had any sexual contact with none of my cousins. Now, does that answer your question? And anybody else's?
Can I say something right quick? Because this where I see the confusion with when you say you didn't know nothing was going on. Like you was the first person with the Facebook message of something going on. But the question that you cannot answer is what happened to her January of 2000 last year. You knew something was going on in their house, but you cannot tell people what happened in January to her. So the confusion is that you keep saying you didn't know nothing was going on, but you was the first person with the Facebook message.
Correct.
Now I'm not saying, that nothing like negative towards that, but I'm just trying to say that that's where the confusion is coming from because everybody know you was the first person with the message, but then you'll say I didn't know nothing was going on versus saying I don't know what happened to her.
Okay, so I can see where you coming from on that standpoint. I can I can see where you saying on that standpoint, but again, as I'm reiterate, I didn't know half of what I know now because Kiwana didn't tell me a lot of stuff, right? The messages that I posted on Facebook is the stuff that she told me. That's all I knew.
Right,
And that's what she brought to me, right? So
right.
as far as other stuff happening that was going on with Jarvis and Isaiah, I was clueless, right? I thought that was a first incident. So maybe that's what people are not understanding. I didn't know nothing about everything else. Kiwana told me they made CPS reports, but I wasn't thinking that it was about all of everything else because I didn't know. So that's what I'm saying. I didn't know about all of that stuff. I didn't.
So what made you ask Annette if Kenneth would was touching any of those kids in that house?
And again, I've said 15 times, I just got this feeling, this aura.
Is it because he's homosexual? Come on, Kenya, let's be honest with it now. We gonna
Um,
tell the truth. We gonna tell it unfilteredly and unapologetically.
you're gonna have to let me answer. It's his homosexual don't have nothing to do with it. SA person is a SA person, whether it's man or woman. You know what I'm saying? No, he just didn't give me the. Sometimes you just get a feeling from people, and that's what he gave me.
I know
But
that
Jarvis
video
didn't give
of
you no. Jarvis didn't give you a
Messiah
feel.
looked at him real weird when she seen him recording her at that bowling alley, and she tried to slap his phone down.
Mm.
Did you
See, I
notice
didn't
that
see
in
that.
that video, Shank,
Yeah, I
that you
seen that.
posted? She looked at him weird when she noticed he was taping her.
And she said, "Don't
Mm.
put that on Facebook."
Mm.
Right.
See,
But the look in her face when she noticed him recording her.
see, I haven't even seen that yet. And and I sit here sometimes and be like, dang, I wish she would have just said something to me the last time I saw her. I wish she would have said something because I looked at her. But again, that was months before she even came up missing the last time I saw her because I was going back and forth with Shannon and I hadn't been over there since.
All right, Miss Kenya, I got just two more questions for you. The night that Mark D and your daughter went over there to see Marquita and Shannon,
Hmm.
do you know what Shannon told your daughter that night?
I wasn't there, but what I will say is that that was not planned. They both ended up there over there without knowing that one another was going to be there. Marquita boyfriend called him, and Marquita boyfriend called Roxy. He didn't say that he had called both of them because if you listen to Mark D, he said, "Oh, Roxy just pulled up." They didn't know each other was going to be there. That was not planned.
He said he was waiting on her to pull up.
Is that what he said?
Yes, ma'am, he
Yeah.
did.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't hear that part. I thought my daughter told me that she didn't even know that he was going to be over there. But maybe the boy told him that she was coming too. I don't know. As far as him taking his weapon and all that stuff in the house, that wasn't planned. I don't even understand why he did that. Yeah, I'm sorry. And what was your question? Oh, about the
What did
conversation
Shannon
with
tell your daughter?
Shannon.
Mhm.
You know what? Honestly, I
In
can't
that
answer that.
kitchen.
I can't answer that for you because
Come
I
on
wasn't
now,
in the kitchen.
Kenya. Your daughter, I know your daughter done told you what they told you. Just tell us. We know your daughter done told you what she said in there.
If she did, I would tell you, but I didn't have that discussion with her. I didn't ask. I don't have nothing to hide. So, but I don't know.
Okay, well, my last thing I would just say is that you and your daughter is taking the narrative of Nazaria Harris, your cousin. Y'all using her name for all the wrong reasons. Don't worry about what people saying about y'all. If it ain't true, let it be not true. But if people I mean, we can only go about what you say.
But my thing is, if it was you out here working for employers, and you got people out here putting misinformation and false information on your name, you'll feel different.
If you're a good employee, your boss shouldn't even worry about it. And I
Exactly.
wouldn't worry
That's
about it.
not
Because
true.
don't nobody know you.
Social media is dangerous.
But your voice is much stronger to
But
your boss.
when you
Should
have
be.
people, when you have people trying to connect you with people that does sexual abuse to children, that's not a good look for nobody.
It's not, but it's about the person. Because nobody on earth will believe that I would be a part of nothing like that because they know me and they know my heart. So anybody that I'm around, I don't care. It could go from Twitter, whatever all this social media stuff is. It could be on there. It been stuff on about me on Facebook, and but people know it's not true because they know me and they know my character. So if people know you, if they feel like that's the type of person you are, then them the people you shouldn't be around working for or none of that.
You know, it's easy to say, but I'm a black woman.
I'm black too.
Okay,
and
well,
and 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 they talked about Jesus. So we ain't neither one of us is better than him. So my motto is if it don't apply, let it fly
Jesus wasn't paying
to
no bills.
anybody.
Jesus wasn't paying no bills.
It's all about character.
I feel you. But I got people that's putting bad information on my character and who I am as a woman.
You can't. They can't if you have a good character. They can't do it. Nobody will believe it. And people that do believe it, 9 times out of 10, they don't know you or they don't like you.
Well, that's why I'm trying to figure out why they don't like me because they don't know me.
You shouldn't care.
Well, I mean, Miss King, I ain't gonna say, I don't like us, I don't know you, but I don't care too much for you, okay? I ain't gonna lie and say, oh yeah, I like you, Miss King. I don't care too much for you, okay? But in that same breath, I can respect you because I was raised that way. You get what I'm saying? But just how I feel does that shouldn't bother you because that's just how I feel. I don't have to like you, but I must respect you. So people don't gotta like
You
you;
don't
they
have to
must
respect
respect you.
me. You don't
Oh
have
no,
to even respect people.
depending on
Just
who was
don't
raised.
disrespect them.
Oh,
Just don't
oh,
disrespect.
I was raised. I have to respect them because respect you give respect until someone gives you a reason not to respect them. Respect is due to a dog. All I'm saying is just y'all have to keep the focus on Naziah because that's what it's about.
Right. Just like put the money towards a PI. That's what I feel like. Any money made in the Zaya name should go to a PI. That's how I feel.
Just one last question, and Shane Rock, I'm gonna get up out of here. 'Cause I'm still at work. But Miss Kenya, so your daughter Roxy Rock said she found some clothes during a search, correct?
Is that what she said?
Yes, ma'am. She said she found some shoes and those clothes. She said she found some clothes during the search. If she found some clothes during the search, then why wasn't she called as a witness?
Did you hear her say that she called the police and they never came over there to pick the clothes up? They never came to look at the stuff, and she waited for them. Did you hear her say that?
I heard her say that.
Okay.
But does that make sense? That don't make sense. That math ain't math. I work in law enforcement. That's not how this gonna work.
Okay, but if they never showed up to come look at the clothes,
Yeah.
they was looking for other things.
Oh, that's lying.
The shoes didn't connect until her brother showed that video of her wearing the shoes.
You lying.
And then they went and collected that evidence.
Oh, that's lying. I'm sorry. Mm. Okay. Well, Sharon Rock, thank you, sir, for letting me come up and ask Miss Kenya some questions.
You're welcome. I think they were some good questions.
Um, God's grace, thank you for answering some questions. Speaking with oh no, I want all that chocolate. For speaking with me, Miss Kenya, thank you for speaking with me.
Sure.
Thank you, Talk with Prince. Any last words, God's grace, because we're gonna wrap up. Any last words?
No, I'm okay. Just thank you for letting me come and just I just say, oh, everybody, just pray. All that bickering and stuff, like y'all tearing y'all whole family up when y'all need this the time when y'all really need to be together. I know it's easier to say y'all got different family issues that y'all done had over the years and all of that, but just pray for the strength from the strength of God for all of y'all to at least try to come together for this one tragic moment. You know, COVID brought people together more than anything. Take it back to that or something. Like that. Use that. Naziah need to be found. Like I think about her every day. My daughter looked like her.
Mm.
My daughter TikTok like her. But I have older daughters. They see everything she do on her phone. She can't do nothing on her phone, and my daughters don't see it. But that's who it's about. It's about Naziah, you know. And I know you can't make your whole family come together, but the ones that you think you can, do it. You know, it's about Naziah. And I love all of y'all. I don't know none of y'all on here. I love all of y'all.
Love you back. Love you back.
And I hope y'all have a blessed and prosperous rest of y'all lives. And to reach one person is to teach them, you know? So just try. Prayer works. It works. For real, it works. And the baby need to be found. Her and her baby. If she was pregnant or whatever, we know she was, but you know, they need to be found. I'm really hoping that she is found somewhere where they took her and she had her baby. I really am. Like it's real bothering. Like that was 3 days after my birthday she went missing. So I'll never forget that. My baby came in here and asked, like, I wonder what happened to this baby. They got off the school bus. My heart been pumping, you know, with hope for this baby since then. So it's all love. Love is love. And I just hope y'all can get it together with y'all family to at least bring her home. Y'all can all fight after the repass or whatever, you know, but just try to be together, you know. Tell your daughter to let the journal and all that go because y'all killing yourself with stress and the wrong kind of stress. You hurting yourself more being angry at somebody, you know, than than it is to just love them. So good night, and I'll be watching you and Miss Parker. I like your look movies and stuff that you do.
Appreciate you,
I'll be
God's
on
grace.
here watching you.
Appreciate you.
I don't know how to talk to you, without being on here, but I got some weird stuff to tell. It's a lady next door that got a son that
Mhm.
I've never seen him come outside in 3 years. He like
Wow.
11 years old.
Wow.
He'd have been
Are
outside
you?
3 times.
Is you on Instagram? Do you got an Instagram account?
Yeah,
Follow me on Instagram, Shank Rock. Anybody that needs to get in touch with me off of YouTube, follow me on Instagram, Shank Rock. Shoot me a DM on Instagram.
it was skipping real bad.
Oh, I was skipping.
Uh-huh, really bad.
Okay. If anybody needs to get in touch with me off of YouTube, follow me on Instagram at Shank Rock. How was that? God's grace.
That's
So,
cool.
so Marty says, why did I have to mention my six-figure income? Because according to Mocha, I'm a broke, no working ass hoe. That's why.
Let me say this before and I'm gonna drop you down, God's grace. Appreciate you for pulling up.
Okay.
All right. Kenya, let me say this before I give you your last words. All right. I don't believe that you had anything to do with Nazia's death. I don't think so. I don't believe that you had anything to do with her death. All right. Now, when it comes to the social media, words of wisdom to you. You've done enough. Fall back. Fall back. You got your TikTok thing going on. Do your TikTok thing. Fall back. Maybe chill from hitting platforms for about a good 2 or 3 months. Just fall back. Let things die down. Any last words before we get out of here, Kenya?
Yeah. I didn't have nothing to do with nothing about Nazia, her disappearance, knowing what had happened to her, what was happening to her, my daughter, or myself. If I can say anything, please stop talking about me. Please stop spreading false information. And you won't see me on your platforms. If you really want to make it about Nazia, make it about Nazia and the people that didn't protect her. Dig into his family. Find out what happened to him. Find the lady that did that to him when he was 13. Do that. Leave me alone. And I'll stay off your platforms. Stop talking about me. And I'll stay off your platforms. Because you got the wrong person. Me, nor my daughter. We was out here shouting for her before you guys even knew about anything. We tried to help. We're not trying to take nobody's fame. We can never take away what Kiwana and Janelle did. We just took it to social media so the whole world would know. It wasn't about clout chasing, getting no money. We just wanted everybody to know what had happened to her. And it's worked. Her name is all over. So, leave me out your conversations and I'll leave y'all alone. I've done nothing wrong. Investigate them. That's what I'm asking. Investigate them. And make it about Nazia, not about me. And I'll stay off your platforms. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you, Kenya, for pulling up. Appreciate you. You have a good night.
You too. Thanks.
All right. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. For Miss Parker, Mocha Unfiltered, and Spiritual Detective, I didn't mean no harm. Please don't take it the wrong way. I didn't mean no harm. I was just trying to get you all on the same platform with Kenya. And that way, like the callers that pulled up, how they were able to ask her questions, and then she was able to give her response. So that's what I was trying to do. To kind of like get some kind of resolution and move past all of this. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I will leave the chat running and y'all can hang around. I believe Miss Parker is coming up at 11 o'clock. Make sure everybody pull up on Miss Parker at 11 o'clock. Make sure everybody go and support Mocha Unfiltered, Spiritual Detective, and all of the other content creators. If you are a content creator and you are in my chat, and if you would like to drop your link, you could drop your link in the chat. Salute everybody. I'll leave the chat running and y'all can hang around for a food. Remember, everybody, it's justice for Nazia Harris. Salute. I'd like to place an order. Yeah. Hey, let me get a chicken box and a half and half. All right, good looking out.
I'd like to place an order. Yeah. Hey, let me get a chicken box and a half and half. Alright, good looking out.
A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lanes. A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lanes. A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lanes. A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lanes. A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lanes. A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes. But before we get started this demonstration, let me read my copyright. Younger females like older men. So my smoothie is going to consist of a chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes. When I'm switching lanes. A chicken box, a half and half when I'm switching lanes.
Wait, why is it so dark in here? I can't feel my legs. Why can't I feel my arms? What's happening?
Dice, I need you, man.
Don't call my real phone with that bullshit, my nigga.
I need to get out of town, man.
Goddamn, dog.